Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nosa Girl. In today's video, I want to show you how I made this beautiful, gorgeous and delicious pot of Nigerian tomato stew. We also call it Nigerian party stew because it is a type of stew or meal that is served in Nigerian parties, weddings, birthdays, just name it. It is different from the one you make in your kitchen that you eat every day. There is something special about this Nigerian party stew, and I'm going to show you today how to achieve the taste, the same goodness and yumminess right there in your kitchen. So definitely keep on watching. So let's start with the ingredients. And right here I have a bowl of plum tomatoes. For Nigerian party stew, you want to use Roman tomatoes. That is the standard tomatoes that we use in Nigeria. But right now, this is what I have available. Plum tomato is what is available in the market, and it's also a good alternative because it is less seedy and less watery inside. I have my habanero pepper or scotch bonnet. I have 2 tomato paste. I have always used hunt tomato. It is the only tomato paste that tastes and looks like the ones we have in Nigeria. So if you can find it, use it. If you can't find it, definitely use whatever is available to you. It will come out great. In this bowl, I have some sweet peppers. I bought them dried, so I put them in some water to soften up. In Nigeria, we call them tatashe, and if you have those, please definitely use it. And right here, I have my chicken. This is soft chicken. For Nigerian party stew, hard chicken is a better choice, but this is what we have available again, and you guys know what is causing all this, Corona. So I'm going to be using my soft chicken. And I also have some beef just to add to the taste. For seasoning and spicing my party stew, I have some salt, I have some Maggi and Knorr seasoning cube. I also have some chicken seasoning powder and onga. This is definitely optional, but it adds to the taste, so if you have it, use it. I have my rosemary, some ground nutmeg, my curry powder. This is Ducros curry powder. It is straight from Nigeria. This is the best curry powder out there in my own opinion. I only bring it out when I have some sumptuous meal to prepare, and I will encourage you to look for it and use it. But if you can't find it, please use what you have. I have my thyme, I have some bay leaves, and I have a paste of garlic and ginger. This is what it looks like, and then I blended it to become this. I have 2 large onions. You can use any type of onions that you have. And I have some vegetable oil. This is canola oil, by the way. And finally, I have some beef stock or chicken stock. This is from my last cooking. So let's start cooking. So I'm going to start with blending my tomatoes and pepper. And in this bowl, like I said earlier, is my sweet peppers or tatashe. I soaked it for about an hour so that it will be easy for me to blend, because it comes a little very dry and a little hard. So you want to soak it for a while just so that it can get soft, and also for all that seeds to fall out. I don't like seeds in my stew. I don't like seeing it. I don't like eating it. So it's very easy for me to wash it out after I have soaked my tatashe for a while. I do the same thing to my tomato. I wash out all the seeds before I start blending. And after I am done blending, I'm going to put it on my stove. Now, you want to keep an eye on the tomato while it is boiling, because it can bubble and bubble out and ruin your stove. So you want to keep an eye on that. So while the tomatoes and peppers are cooking on one side of the stove, we are going to start cooking the meat on the other side. I have just put my chicken and my beef into the pot. I also added my onions. I'll go ahead and add all the other ingredients, seasoning and spices. And I'm using a tablespoon each for every seasoning. After adding all my ingredients into the meat, I'm going to stir everything together. You want all that seasoning and spices to get into the meat very well. And after that, I will add my bay leaves. I didn't add it before now so that it doesn't get crushed when I am stirring. And the next thing I will do is to cover my pot, turn on my stove, put it on low heat, just so that the heat will kind of marinate the meat. This is also a way of marinating your meat if you don't want to put it in the fridge. And I will leave that for about 3 minutes, and after that you guys can see we have some juice down there in the pot. And then I'll go on to add my water. And then I'll cover my pot and let it cook on medium to high heat for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm going to transfer my meat into the oven and let it grill or broil for another 20 minutes or until it turns golden brown. I'm not exactly sure how long my tomatoes and peppers have been cooking for, but as you guys can see, all the water and liquid has dried out, which is the whole point of cooking it in the first place. So we are ready to continue this pate until we achieve our pate stew. So I'm going to transfer the tomatoes into my stew pot. This is the pot I'm going to be using to cook. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to pour in some vegetable oil, a generous amount of vegetable oil. This method can also be called a cook fry method if you don't want to just fry, like bleach your oil and fry. So I'm going to pour in my vegetable oil, and then I'll add my onions, and then I will add my tomato paste. I'll stir it for a little bit, then I'll cover the pot and let it cook fry. Yes. So after 5 minutes of cooking, I'm going to come back and check on my stew. Now you guys, this cook fry method takes a longer time and requires a lot of patience. So I'm going to keep cooking until all the tangy taste is gone. The tomato and the tomato paste that I use has a lot of tanginess, and this is the only way to get rid of it, by continue cooking. So I'm going to come back every 5 minutes to cook and stir and taste, just to make sure that tangy taste is gone. And also I'll be watching out for the oil on top of my stew. When the oil has a more translucent color, then I will know my stew is done. You guys can see it is reddish, but it has a translucent color, and you can remove this excess oil if you don't want that in your stew. So what I'm going to do next is to add my seasoning cube. I'm not going to add salt because I already added a lot in the beginning, and I'm also going to add my onga. I'll add some more of that, my delicious Ducros curry powder, yes, and then I'll finally add my chicken stock or chicken broth. I'll give that a nice little stir. Then I'll cover it and let it cook for another 10 minutes. This is the excess vegetable oil that I got out of the stew. I can use this to make a goosey soup or jollof rice, or just name it. 10 minutes later, our stew is done, but it is not yet a pate stew because we have not added our meat. So I'm going to go ahead now, add my chicken and beef and give that another nice little stir, and then I'll cover it again for probably about 2 minutes because the meat is done, the stew is done, we don't need to cook any further. And then I'm just going to make some rice so that I can come and enjoy some Nigerian pate stew and white rice. Yes, white rice. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please let me know if you enjoyed watching. Give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe if you have not, and leave your comments down below. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.